Hi children, this is Venkatramana. And today's class we are going to discuss about physical science, 8th class physical science, first unit, that is force. In last class and previous class we already discussed that what is meant by a force. And this force is a push or pull on an object. This push or pull on an object is responsible for many changes in nature, and also it is responsible for changing of state from one state of a body to other state of a body. So simply, what is a force? A force is a push or pull. A force is a push or pull which may change the state of body from rest to state of motion, or from motion to state of rest, or it can able to change the direction of a state of a body. So force, simply it is two types: pushing force and pulling force. So when it will be pushing force and when it will be pulling force, or when it will be both the force, already we discussed with certain examples. If I kick a ball or if I throw a ball, that is called a push. If I catch a ball, we'll call it as a pull. If you squeeze this duster, we'll call it as a push. Or if I take a bag, if I lift a bag from the surface of earth, from the floor, that is a pulling. In that way, if I hoist a flag, it is also a pulling. If a fruit fall on the earth from the tree, it is also a pulling. So like that, different activities we discussed in last class, which will come under pull or push. Now, different activities, now the types of forces we have to discuss. What are the different types of forces? What are the different types of forces? There are mainly two different types of forces. They are contact force, and number two, field force. This field force you can call it as a force at a distance. You can also call it as a force at a distance. Now let us discuss some examples which will give clear idea about this type of contact force and forces at a distance, or we can field force we can able to tell. Now if I take a toothpaste, for toothpaste, if I press at the end of the toothpaste from the tube starts coming out. That's one example. Now let me take example. I will take a needle. One needle. This type of needle I will take. Small needle. It's a nail actually. This type of needle I will take. And I will take the magnet, one bar magnet. And I will going on rub in one direction throughout this needle. As a result, this needle will acquire magnetism. Means it has the property of attracting some other objects which are magnetic substances. You already learned in lower. Now when it becomes a magnet, with the help of a magnetic compass, which will give the directions. That means if I take a magnetic compass, which will have a needle will be pivoted, which always comes toward west, north and south. Now if I place this needle here, if it attracts, this end will be south pole. If this tip end will attract towards the north pole of the needle of the compass, that is the south pole, and automatically it will be north pole. Because we know that like poles repel each other, or unlike poles of magnet attract each other. In sixth class or in seventh class, already what to call you got idea about that magnetism. Now, so I will take the what to call the one needle, and that needle will be magnetized by rubbing with the magnet. Then I will mention what to call, I will locate or I will find out its poles with the help of a magnetic compass. After what to call finding its poles, we will indicate, suppose let us assume that this red color is indicating this north pole and the blue color will be, this black color is indicating south pole. So like that we will take one needle. For that needle, for north pole side, we will insert one rubber stopper or rubber cork with the red color, which have a red color. Now at other end, I will insert what to call fix this white color cap, white color cork. So this is in red color, this is in red color, and this is in white color. Now similarly prepare, you have to make another needle which consists of two poles. One will be with red color cork and other will be with white color cork. White color cork. This is with red color. Now I will place this needle vertically, means I will make this needle will float in a water. In one container where we have water, just we will place, and in water we will make them to float. If I make them to float, if whenever these two red colors are facing each other, we have to observe whether they will be apart from each other or they start what to call pulling each other. That means whether they are pushing each other or they are pulling each other. We have to observe. We will observe that when light colors, red color are facing each other, they start pulling each other. That means there exists a pulling force between these two poles. Since they are like poles repel each other, so they start pulling each other. Now I will do one thing. I will reverse this one. That means any one needle I will reverse such that red color and white color will be facing each other. Red color and white color will be facing each other. So in this case, what will happen? Now, if you observe here, they starts what you called pulling each other. In previous case, they start pushing each other. Push it. In first case, they pushed each other. Now they start pulling each other. Why they are pulling each other now? Each one is what you called pulling each other. They are moving towards. They are moving towards here. Why? These are unlike poles. So between unlike poles, there exists a pulling force. In previous case, between like poles, there exists a pushing force. So here two forces are acting. That means pulling force and pushing force. But if you observe here, they are not physically in contact. They are a little bit away from each other. Even though pushing forces are acting, when unlike poles are facing each other, pulling forces are acting between them when they are like poles. That means here the forces are pulling force and pushing force both are exerting when they are not in physically contact. That means some forces will act between them without physical contact. That type of forces you will call force at a distance. Forces at a distance or force at a distance. Simply you will call field force. Field force. Whereas in first example, what the first example what I said? Toothpaste. Whenever I will bring a toothpaste, without pressing, without contacting the tube of the toothpaste tube, we can't make that paste to come out. That means we are applying a force by physical contact of toothpaste tube, then only force is applying on the paste inside the tube and the paste starts coming out. There force acting on the paste due to the physical contact. Here forces are acting between like poles or unlike poles without physical contact. If the force acts between the objects without physical contact, we will call it as a field force or forces at a distance. If a force acts between the objects by physical contact only, or by contacting of one surface to other surface or one object to other surface, then that type of what we called force will call it as contact force. So from these two examples, we come to know that contact force acts between the two objects when there is a physical contact between that object. Field force will act between the objects even though there is no physical contact between the objects. Because of field created by that object, force will act. That type of what we call forces we will call it as forces at a distance or field force. So what you come to know, there are mainly two types of forces, contact force and field force or force at a distance. Now elaborately let us discuss some examples with the second type of force which we will call it as a field force or a forces at a distance. Now the first one we will call, there are mainly four types of what we call the field forces. Number one, magnetic force. Number two, electric force, electrostatic force. Number three, gravitational force. So like that, now we have discussed with one elaborately with one by taking examples of each one. Now we can able to discuss now magnetic force. Magnetic force. Already we discussed here magnetic force. How? Because like poles are there, or unlike poles are there, they are attracting, means pulling each other, and whereas in first case, unlike poles attract each other, that's why we will call it as a pushing each other. Here, even though they are not in contact, why the forces are acting? Because this magnet with this needle acquires certain magnetic property. Surrounding certain area of this needle, it can able to influence certain force, which we will call it as a magnetic force. Magnetic force. In that way, magnetic force will come under field force or forces at a distance. Now, needle of the magnet of compass always moves when we place any what we call bar magnet near to it. That means, suppose if I take this bar magnet and what we call another bar magnet, I will take another bar magnet. Let me take these two ring magnets. These two ring magnets have two different colors, black color and red color. So both red colors are like poles and both black colors are unlike poles. So if I take this one ring magnet, now let me take this bar magnet and here. Both are like poles, that's why they are not all attracting each other. Now, if I reverse this one, then they will attract each other. Now, before they are in contact, some forces are acting which makes them to attract. That we will call it as a magnetic force. Magnetic force. So, magnetic force is due to the field created by a magnet surrounding area of that particular magnet. That we will call it as a magnetic force or field at a field force or forces at a distance. In this way, little bit example we discussed about field force.